Hi, my name is Celisse Williams. I am a third-year student here at Widener Law. This past summer, I had the wonderful opportunity of interning at the UN with the Millennium Development Campaign, entitled Millennium Development Campaign 2015. The goal of the campaign was to end extreme world poverty by 2015 through 8 specific time goals. Now that we're in 2010, there are 5 years left, and they're closer to meeting the goals, but there's still a long way left to go before each of those individual goals are met. I want to tell you a little bit about my experience at the UN. I'd like to tell you about the cultural experience, the life of New York, and the UN itself, my legal aspects of working there. First, I'm originally from West Africa, and as you know, the UN embraces all cultures, and that was one of the best parts about it. I was able to wear my traditional garb, and everyone else was doing the same thing. I was able to experience a lot of different foods and languages, and it was just a great embracing working environment as far culturally. Second, New York. That can go without say, but for someone who might be skeptical about living in New York, as I was, it's not as bad as you might think it is. Yes, it is packed, but it's not bad. You get to experience everything from the shows to the food, which was another thing that actually drew me to New York, any time of the day. So that was a good part about it as well. The streets, that goes for itself as well, but I still think it's a good environment to be in as far as like being culturally diverse. And my legal experience at the UN, I wasn't necessarily working as in the traditional, I guess, legal world as you might think that we do here at Widener and what we're actually trained to learn. It was more on a global aspect. So instead of having one client or a class action of clients, you can sort of think of it as your client being the entire world. And it was very much so policy-based and how health law applies to developing these policies and incorporating them in each national government's framework or constitution, so forth. And so you have to broaden your horizon, I guess, and think more broadly and less specific in order to incorporate all these different aspects and take into consideration languages and cultures, and try to encompass the fact that not everyone necessarily follows the same structure as their American government, and you have to deal with problems from that aspect, which is challenging, but again, it was also a good challenge because now I feel like I'm better prepared to enter a real world scenario from different viewpoints. And I think that's about it. So.